Hi everybody. Today's lesson is going to be a brand new lesson from our 8th grade material. We're going to be learning how to reflect points or even whole figures over the x and y axis on the coordinate plane. Now hopefully you've already watched the play pause it and completed it, and learned from the play pause it that if you reflect an object over the x-axis, your x coordinates stay the same, but your y coordinates become the opposite. And for flipping something over the y-axis, then your y-coordinates stay the same and your x-coordinates become the opposite. So let's take a look at our problem-solving page here. Our original point right here is -4, 3. If we flip it over the y-axis, then our new point, A prime, will be, since we're flipping it over the y-axis, the y-coordinate stays the same. It'll be 3. But the x-coordinate becomes its opposite. So that'll be +4 instead of -4. Now if we flip it over the x-axis, then the x-coordinate, -4, will be the same. But this time the y-coordinate will become its opposite, -3. All right, for the next one, our original point is 2, -5. So if we reflect it over the y-axis, -5 will stay the same because that's the y-coordinate, but 2 will become its opposite. If we flip it over the x-axis, then the new point, which we would label A prime, will be 2, and then -5 will change to 5. Let's take a look at that chart at the bottom of the page. We have our original point, or pre-image, is 4, 5. If we reflect it over the x-axis, then 4 will stay the same, but the y-coordinate will become negative. Now this time we're given the image and we want to go back and find the original point. It's been reflected over the y-axis. So that means your y-coordinate will be the same, but your x-coordinate had been changed to its opposite. That's supposed to be a negative. I don't know why it won't come up that way. Okay, now let's take a look at these 2 points. What happened from the original point to its image? The x-coordinate changed to its opposite, but the y-coordinate stayed the same. So that line of reflection was the y-axis. In this problem, the x-coordinate stayed the same. The y changed to its opposite, so that one was flipped or reflected over the x-axis. Now how about this one? We have the x-axis as the line of reflection. Our point that has been moved, or the image, is 0, -3. So if it's reflected over the x-axis, the x-coordinate stays the same, but the y-coordinate changed to its opposite. So this would have originally been just +3. Sorry for the bad writing. It's this stylus. Y'all know I can write better than that. Okay, a couple of things to review for your homework today. And that is, on your coordinate plane, this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4, just in case you've forgotten that. Also, we've talked about before the orientation of a image. When we dilate something, that orientation doesn't change, and when we translated something, the orientation did not change. But this one, the orientation does change. Now the figure looks the same, it's the same shape, and it's the same size, but it's been flipped, and so its position is different. And that's why we would say the orientation changes when you reflect a figure over an axis. That's all we're going to do in 8th grade material, but when you get into high school, you might have to reflect a figure over a line. Hope that's helpful. Good luck with your homework. Be sure and email me if you have any questions at all.